After being found guilty at trial this spring, Dorsey is now starting a 35-year prison sentence.
Every time you think society got smarter, we move 27 steps backwards. Now, what I want to know is how many of you have done something illegal and then decided to post it to TikTok? For anyone who says they haven't done that, you're just not ready to be famous. Not like our friend we're going to be talking about today named Cordic Dorsey II, a man who is facing 35 years in prison because he decided to flex on TikTok him committing crimes. He was a man who was engaging in illegal pimping and decided to post all the evidence to TikTok and Instagram Reels. As for how they caught this guy, I have no idea. His plan seemed foolproof. I also just want to mention I learned about this from 15 Minutes of Shame. I shouldn't be, but I am still surprised that we have people this stupid committing crimes and then posting it. But without any further ado, let's begin. Please hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it really does help out my channel. And it's one of the best ways you can support me.
Yeah, Molly and Preston, Bellevue police say this all started out as a routine patrol call where a couple of officers thought something didn't quite look right. That led to prosecutors saying they were able to take down a vicious pimp who was abusing a woman and selling her for sex work while keeping the money for himself.
So trying to tell me leave alone?
On social media,
It's trying to tell me leave money alone.
Cedric Dorsey painted himself as a pimp
Why I'm a pimp.
with money, swagger, and influence.
I truly do hope that this person didn't have any influence when he's actively bragging about committing a felony. I also hope that he's not trying to influence anybody while wearing that outfit. He looks like Tyler the Creator's evil twin.
CCC 333.
But investigators say his lifestyle was built by forced sex work, as Dorsey trafficked a woman into prostitution in Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, and Las Vegas. It all came undone in 2024 when Bellevue police responded to a domestic violence call involving Dorsey and his victim.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things weren't just adding up for her and what she was saying, and that she was in a very dangerous situation.
Bellevue Police Major Ellen Inman says patrol officers noticed signs of trafficking and called detectives.
When you ask them questions, they're answering repeatedly in these kind of scripted or answers that sound like they're rehearsed. When they served the search warrant on his premise, they recovered $12,000 in cash, along with those 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, and a banned firearm.
There is a part of me that refuses to believe he took this photo and thought it looked okay. He looks like a 7-year-old's GTA Online character. He chose to actively pose while wearing sunglasses, all black and gold, a glass of vodka, and a firearm.
King County prosecutors hit Dorsey with charges of human trafficking, promoting prostitution, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Prosecutor Brayla McGinnis tried Dorsey's case where his own social media posts were used as evidence, including this one about the 304 oath, where prostitutes promise not to cooperate with police and say they aren't victims.
I'm sorry, I can't resist. I need to read how stupid this sounds out loud. I can't find the original, so we're gonna have to read the distorted version from the video. Every trap I pass is by choice. I blame me for what I allow. There is always another option. I don't have to pay a stop sign. I am a volunteer, not a victim. Before I read any further, I just want to clarify every woman who worked with this man is a victim. He was charged with trafficking. That alone tells me that these people are victims. I respect and honor the street code. I will never involve police in my business. I could walk away whenever. I'm sorry, but it sickens me that he believes he can even post something like this. All he's doing is choosing to blame the victims instead of himself for committing the felony. Despite what he's saying, do you really feel like any of those women knew they had a choice? Knowing that he owns and still poses with illegal firearms probably made them all feel in danger.
One of the biggest rules of the game is not to talk to police. It is that idea of selling the dream, right? Saying, I have these nice things. If you come with me, you can have all of this, right? And when you're talking to someone who has had a very rough upbringing or a very troubled life, that's the vulnerability that they exploit.
That's the way I look at social media and the use of different ways that people advertise their criminal activity, is that if you make it available for the Bellevue Police Department in this case to access and use as part of our lawful investigation, then that's what we will do.
After being found guilty at trial this spring, Dorsey is now starting a 35-year prison sentence.
We were able to take a very dangerous criminal off the street and hold him accountable for his actions.
So the news clipping are showing you just a very brief portion of this guy's videos, and of course his TikTok account was taken down, but I do want to show you one clip that I found on his Instagram, and it is laughable. You might need to turn on closed caption for this one.
Bitches is intimidated to me, you feel me? Because I got standards and I got expectations, not like the you feel me out, not like you feel me out, because I really take care of my bitches, man, you know, and I really, you know, put them first, man, you know, because they put this pimping first, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, pimping, or you dig what I'm saying? You know what I did last night? Yeah. I ate baked chicken, you dig what I'm saying? Stuffed potatoes, you dig what I'm saying? It was salad with cucumbers in there. And you know what I did? I went to sleep and gave my dame the keys and told her, go get me some money. You dig what I'm saying? So she was down for like 6 hours, you hear what I'm saying? And yeah, she came back with 1,000. Yeah, pimpin'. Yeah, that's how it goes down.
There is not a single person over the age of 7 who thinks recording a video like this on Instagram is cool.
Hey, you know, if she's going to continue making some progression, because she's going to continue living with the purpose. And the purpose is chatty, baby.
So he clearly admitted that he sent his woman to go work the streets, and then she came back with $1,000. Now, this is evidence. He is confessing to these crimes online, and the cops were more than happy to use that as evidence.
I also just want to point out what he said. He said these women are going to continue living with the purpose, and that purpose is cheddar. To me, that's an admission he doesn't care. These women aren't people to him, they're just money. Also, I'm sorry for any background noise. I'm recording later in the day, so if you hear anything in the background, I do apologize.
So what this scumbag was doing was absolutely horrible. Taking women off the streets, manipulating them, probably getting them hooked on some type of narcotics, and then selling their bodies for profit. But luckily for us, he had a massive ego, and he wasn't content enough with just having these things. He wanted to flex it on social media, and that's how he went from silk yellow Versace robes to orange jumpsuits. Honestly, I've seen a lot of self-snitching on YouTube. I cover it a lot on my channel, but this has to be the most egregious case.
But not only is it the most egregious case, it's also the dumbest. Keep in mind that this is a felony that he was bragging about. The only case of self-snitching that is dumber is the person who robbed a bank and then posted it to YouTube.
And one thing's for sure, the Bellevue Police Department, they seem really happy that the criminals are snitching on themselves.
Now, local and state officials have been really trying to get a handle on this issue of illegal work. And one of the proposals supported by the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office was a bill earlier this year in the legislature that would have increased the penalty for those who are buying work, the Johns in this case. But that bill did not make it out of committee this year. Reporting live.
So that's unfortunate because that bill could have helped to put a dent in this problem.
Excuse me if I sound stupid, but wouldn't increasing the penalty for people who commit this crime be better? I mean, I'm no lawyer, but I would have assumed that would have helped a lot of people's lives. But at the end of the day, I'm happy this guy isn't getting away with it. And I'm actually happy that people are so stupid nowadays that they'll post themselves committing crimes. Because who knows how long it would have taken to prosecute this guy if he didn't post the evidence himself. So as dumb as I think it is, I really do hope it keeps happening because it's a way to catch criminals easier. But before I end this video, I also think you should check out 15 Minutes of Shame's channel. He's a really good channel that I watch a lot. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it really does help me out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.